So this is a new application, so you will want to select that. The PI completes the submitted and received date when they get the application. The identifier section is used only if the application is being submitted to a specific agency within NIH. You would put a special notice in this field. The previous Grants.gov tracking ID is used if there is a required change by the sponsor that we need to fix something in the application. Sometimes they will provide this, and we will resubmit a shrunken-down version of an application. The applicant information is where you will fill in specific information about our office. The UEI, or the Unique Entity Identification Number, automatically gets pulled in. This cannot be changed because we are affiliated with the Research Foundation for SUNY at Buffalo. You'll notice that university is not typed out completely in the legal information field. There aren't enough characters to fully type out the University at Buffalo, we just type U at Buffalo. For this section, Brian Liu is an agreement administrator in SPS. He is one of the individuals who physically selects the Submit button to apply. The person to be contacted is our admin. The employer ID number can be found with our institutional information, which will be linked below. As you type in information, you will notice that some fields may auto-populate. If you select that auto-filled information, it will auto-populate in random spots throughout the application that may be from a different form. We recommend typing everything out completely, instead of using pre-populated information. This section often has a common mistake. The PI will change the applicant type to public higher institution or institution of higher education. Although the University at Buffalo is a higher education institution, the applicant is the Research Foundation for SUNY, which is a private nonprofit. This should be labeled as a private nonprofit. The title of the application needs to match the title in the click form, and we leave this field blank and let the PI fill this in because it changes. It's our job at the last review to make sure that this matches the title in click. The proposed project date section is completed by you. Each set of guidelines will have the earliest start date. Normally, we do September. If the PI wants to push it out, they can. We also make it for 5 years, since it's the max. Our congressional district is NY026. This section is where the PI adds their information, including their lab or where the work will be done. The estimated project funding section is where the total budget is entered once the budget is completed. Letter B, under non-federal funds, would be used if there was a cost share. Typically, there's no cost share on these federal awards because we try not to budget for anything that's not allowable. The program income is typically zero. In a standard setup, when we set up an application, these sections are zeroed out. There's an Add Attachment section where you can upload something if needed. We only recommend applying with the cover letter if it's required.